Usually it's the last Thursday of the month of November here in America. Now, it is only here in America, and I am going to explain it because honestly, we got like 20% of our viewers are from the UK, guys, which is pretty awesome. I actually really like that. It might even be more. I think it's actually closer to 30%. But, you know, they might not know what Thanksgiving is. So I am going to do a couple of explanations for it and sort of give you the good, the bad, and the modern. So that'll be nice and fun. But what we're going to go ahead and do today is we're going to hop on to Rivals, and we're going to participate in the Week 5 Forza RC event, which if you guys haven't been doing this, I would strongly urge you guys to go ahead and do this, because it's honestly a whole lot of fun. You can make a whole lot of credits, because you just do laps upon laps upon laps here in Forza Horizon 3, and it's honestly a blast. But anyway, though, what we're going to go get into is we're going to discuss what Thanksgiving is here in America and what they teach us in schools versus the actual facts. So, oh, you guys are in for a treat because this is actually really, really fun to talk about. At least it's one of my favorite subjects in history because in schools, what they teach you is they teach the fun one. They don't get really into a whole lot of detail about what it actually was, but even the fun one has a lot of darkness to it. So, what they essentially teach you in school is the Pilgrims and the Native Americans sat down and had a nice little feast to celebrate a good harvest. And that's basically all they teach you. And then they make you draw a bunch of turkeys and do weird stuff. So, but that's not the whole story. The actual story is this. In the year 1621, the Pilgrims were actually basically about to die of starvation and disease because like dysentery and all these sort of things, and it's just absolutely god-awful situation. Well, there was one Native American, I can't even pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try, but what he did, he was actually a former slave who had escaped from London and actually had made it back to the United States and could actually, or North America, because it wasn't the United States yet. It wouldn't be the United States for almost another 100 years or so, 150 years actually. And he actually spoke English. So what he did though is he actually was somehow able to forgive the Pilgrims and stuff like that because they were English and they were the reason almost that he was a slave. Not they weren't them in particular, but the English were the reason that he was a slave in London for many, many years. And he actually introduced them to his tribe, which actually also spoke English. So, and they taught the Pilgrims how to actually grow food, which ended up having a harvest where they invited the chieftain of the tribe, who invited like 90 of his men, I think it was, and they all came out and had a good party that lasted about 3 days, which kind of is actually I kind of find it funny because in school, we actually have like 3 days off for the most part, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so I think it's kind of interesting. Which Black Friday actually doesn't have anything to do with Thanksgiving, which I'll get into that here in a second, because I think people in Europe actually do have Black Friday. But so that's the good story. That's the good story. The Pilgrims essentially overcame their disease and starvation and ended up being able to survive in America. Now let's get into the bad story, which takes place 16 years later. In the year 1637, the Pilgrims, or some sort of group, invited over 700 Native Americans to have a giant feast to celebrate this day of Thanksgiving. Well, 700 Native Americans died of poison. So that's fun. And the Pilgrims the English had a giant feast to celebrate overcoming the savages that were the Native Americans, which they're not really savages. That's just what they called them. So that's just a historical fact right there. And so they murdered 700 Native Americans and had a day of feast in honor of it. And the Massachusetts governor actually said that this was a day of thanksgiving to God because they overcame the heathen savages of the wilderness. Something along those lines. And honestly, it is really messed up, guys. Like, it is absolutely god-awful terrible. Like, if anybody likes that version, I mean, that is bad. That is absolutely terrible. So, but then it was eventually made a holiday. I think Roosevelt actually made it a national holiday. And the thing is not everybody in America celebrates Thanksgiving, but everybody gets a day off of work, which is kind of nice. But for Native Americans and some like African Americans, they consider it like a day of mourning because it is honestly such a screwed up holiday. Like I can't believe it's actually considered a holiday. They teach us the nice version, which is like the 1621 version, and there's a lot of different like theories about which one is the one that we should be acknowledging about it. But I mean, it's ridiculous, guys. But now the modern version. The modern version is really weird. Essentially, what most people do is they make a giant turkey that weighs over 20 pounds, and then they shove their faces with it in tons of fattening, gross, disgusting foods that you only eat on Thanksgiving. So that's what that is. That's the modern day. I honestly don't even understand because turkey wasn't even a main staple. I think the main staple was corn. And I can tell you right now, there is no corn on my Thanksgiving plate. Kind of wish there was, though. That would actually be kind of good. Like, just have some nice corn or maize or whatever you guys call it. I know they call it different things in different places. But we call it corn here in the United States. I think it's maize in the UK. But anyway, though, I mean, I love it. It's good stuff, but there's not going to be any at my Thanksgiving. Kind of sucks. But I think that was the main staple because, and also they didn't have peas. Like they were growing peas, but they couldn't like burn the peas or something like that because the peas were really, really bad that year or something. I don't know. But I have peas on my table, but I don't have corn. I don't get it, but whatever. So, but I mean, it's really just people eating a big turkey. Like, in fact, I actually have 2 turkeys. We have like a total of like 37 pounds of turkey at my house right now. We're gonna deep fry one and then roast another one, but that's also because we got like 12 people coming over. So that and like 6 other people that live in my house normally. So it's gonna be a big meal. So yeah, we do have like 37 pounds of meat, and then on top of that we have like 12 different side dishes. It's pretty crazy. Like it is just the fattest holiday, and a lot of people really, really look forward to this holiday. Like, I would say it's probably, I don't know, it's probably maybe my 4th favorite holiday. No, I'd probably make it 5th. I put 4th of July above it. That's because I like ribs more than I like turkey. That's beside the point. I think it's probably the 2nd most important holiday in America. Because, I mean, lots of people just, they spend so much money on this one meal. Like, it is crazy expensive. I mean, I think my parents spent, oh god, they spent so much money on it. It's ridiculous. I don't even want to mention it. But, oh, it's just a big American fat holiday. I'll just put it that way. You know, like, it celebrates either, depending on who you are and which story you want to take into account, either togetherness with Native Americans or blatant murder. So yeah, those are fun. And now I want to get into talking about Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving. And so Black Friday has nothing really to do with Thanksgiving. I believe pretty much a lot of countries do Black Friday. And it's, a lot of people consider it the marking of the beginning of the shopping season. Although, I'll be honest, I've done like Christmas shopping a month before Black Friday or so. Before. But a lot of people consider Black Friday the marking of the Christmas shopping season, or Boxing Day if you're in Canada. But yeah, so the thing is though is that a lot of it is just garbage. Like you can get pretty good deals on stuff, but the thing is a lot of stores are open now on Thursday. Like I think Walmart, which is just like a big chain store here in the United States, for those of you guys in Europe, is open at 6 o'clock on Thanksgiving, which, I mean, a lot of people hate that. A lot of people hate that because Thanksgiving is supposed to be a day you spend with your family, which is nice and fun and all that, but a lot of people like to also go out and shop. And some people go shop with their families. You know, I think that's kind of cool. Because, I mean, I picked up like a TV a couple years ago for $100. It's 42 inches that I'm actually playing this game on right now for on Black Friday. I mean, great deal. And I got my Xbox like $100 off. So, I mean, I can't really complain. I do it. So, but you never know though. it's kind of a weird holiday. But the actual thing about Black Friday, though, is I believe it's actually like the end of one of the quarters for, it's like just right at the beginning of the end of one of the quarters, and they're trying to make up a lot of sales ahead of time to sort of counteract like lowering sales from people waiting to purchase a lot of products before Christmas. I think that's what it is. I think it's like a business holiday. So they put a lot of stuff on sale, hoping to get a lot of people in their stores buying stuff to make as much money as possible and get as much sales as possible. Which this year it is going to be a little bit lower, I think. Or it actually could be higher. I mean, in the last couple of years it's been the highest ever. But some of the deals don't seem as good this year. I don't know if that's just me or whatever. I mean, although you could pick up, like, there was one store has like a 43-inch flat screen 4K TV for $200, which actually is really good considering the fact it's 4K. But because mine's like a 1080p, I bought it like 2 years ago for $100. So, but I mean, it's a business holiday. It's get as much sales as possible. It has nothing to do with Thanksgiving because I'm pretty sure almost a lot of countries out there in the world have Black Friday. But yeah, so that's pretty much my explanation of this holiday. I mean, I just wanted to sort of talk about it. We'll probably do a couple wheel spins here at the very end. But as you can see right now, I'm doing this like Forza RC event. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm like 111 is my time. I'm not sure where that actually ranks because I'm not racing against anybody in particularly that's good. I think like the guy, he got like a he got a 216.30. And you gotta get, I'm like at a 111 clean. I think I've maybe done one dirty lap. I don't even know if I did a dirty lap or not. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and do some of these. I think we'll probably go ahead and finish it up and see where we are ranked right now. Once we get this lap done, we might be able to pull off another increase in speed. So right now we're at 107, 108, 109. No, we're not going to, because we got 112. Okay, but we got a 111.972. Let's see how good that is. I'm not really sure. So, but yeah, Thanksgiving's pretty wrapped up holiday, guys. And it's a good explanation for you guys in Europe who have no idea what it is. Now, I will say a majority of my viewers are from here in the U.S., but also, like, the Forza RC events give you some nice credits and stuff like that, and nice XP. Like, let's see how much XP we're going to get. 24,000? Yeah, we got a nice level, and we're going to get a wheel spin. Honda NSX-R is a possibility. Let's see if we can get it. I doubtful. Oh, no, we did. Okay. I think it sells for, like, 75. That's not bad. Okay. So, we got some guy right there. We're going to go no thanks for now. But I want to see, though, where we rank, because at that amount of, like, a distance, I honestly think it is. We're fairly high up, I think, on the rankings. I'm not entirely sure, though. For the most part, I'm usually coming in, like, the top 200. I wish I would come in the freaking, like, top 25, because then I actually get some cool shit. But, no, I'm not getting that high. It kind of sucks, you know, guys, but holy crap, I made almost 3 million from Rivals. One more lap, and I would have done it. Or, well, probably not one more lap, but maybe like 3 more laps, and I probably would have got up to that 3 million mark. But let's go ahead and check right now. And if you guys aren't curious, like, as well, this is how you guys check it. You go over here to your Rivals event, you wait for it to change up a little bit. Then you click Y to change your rival, and this will tell you your times and everything like that. So the record is a 107. So let's see, though. We'll go near me. So right now I'm sitting at 536, which isn't very good. So we'll probably increase that time here in a little bit. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. I might add that guy onto my friends list just so I can try and get his money and XP to work for me. But you never know. We'll see later on. But anyway, though, guys, let's go ahead and do some wheel spins really quickly. Have us a little bit of a close-off. Now, tomorrow, guys, we should be having a Forzathon event. I'm not really sure. Really quick, I'm going to just sort of go over here and show you this. Because right now, the Forzathon event from last week is still going on. There's about 13 and a half hours left or so. And let me grab my phone really quickly so I can figure out what time this is. So in 13 hours or so, it's going to be, about 2 a.m. or so. And I think they're going to start the next Forzathon event at like 3 a.m. I'm not entirely sure on that, but it's supposed to be a Black Friday event. So all the cars in the auto show are supposed to be 30% off, and all the events are about getting lots of money and lots of XP and all that sort of stuff, wheel spins. So we'll see how that works out. We'll probably be doing a live stream on that at 2 p.m. if it is tomorrow. So try and be there if you can. But we're going to go ahead and do just a couple wheel spins right now. I'm thinking 5 or so. Okay, I'm trying to... Okay, that's how we do it. Okay. I almost forgot for a second. So we're going to do about 5 wheel spins, just see if we can get anything good. Maybe throw something up on the auction house, because I think I got some Horizon Edition cars just sitting in my bank. I got a WRX. Do I have that one? Yes, I do. Sell for 16,000. Oh, wait. Yep. So, Ford GT Horizon Edition. That'd be very nice to win. So, going to give it to us. Got 15,000. So far we spent 100,000. We got 30,000. Not too great. Not too great at all. M3 Horizon Edition. Let's see if we can get that one. Be very, very nice. Oh, come on. Big money. And no. Forza. God dang it. Why you give me only 2,000? Give me at least 50. Please give me just at least 50. That's like our third wheel spin, and we're up to like 32,000 or something like that. I think actually 33,500. We spent 150. We need something good. Benny Cooper. Let's see. Come on, give it to us, because we can sell that for at least like 200,000. 2,000 again. Oh my God. What the hell? Come on, Forza. You gotta do better than this. Come on. I believe in you. The next one, I'm gonna keep my eyes closed, so you don't have to be frightened. Okay? I'm gonna throw my pants on the table. You can have my pants if you give us something really, really nice. Okay? Eyes are closed. Just gonna let it go. All right, come on. Pants on the table. You can have my pants. Give us something nice. 45,000. So that's not terrible. I'm gonna say we've made enough money to go ahead and do another one. Whatever. Pants are on the table again. Eyes are closed. Give us that Ferrari. Give us our money back. Acura RSX. I don't have it yet, but whatever. We'll go ahead and collect it. That's it for today, guys, though. If you guys like the video, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because I already know you guys' support is so greatly appreciated. Make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. And guys, I do apologize, though, for me being sick the last couple days, so there hasn't been a whole lot of content. Now, with Forza is starting to get old, because it was made in September, guys. It's like past November. It's a 2-month-old game, so we'll see how much more content we can actually push out of this. You know, I'm thinking about doing, like, you know, some actual, like, car builds and stuff like that. But I really need your guys' help on those. Like, I want you guys to send me cars that you want and what type of build you want it to be. Like, if you want to have, like, a Ferrari off-road car, we'll do that. If you want to, as long as it's a reasonable cost. Because, honestly, guys, tomorrow I think we're going to spend a shit ton of money on this Black Friday event. Not really sure, though. But anyway, though, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys all for so much support that you guys have been giving me over the last 2 months. Right now, we're sitting at like 236 subscribers, I think. So, but thank you guys so much. Hey, Nathan, I'm just about to close off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye.